I'm swimming in the water to a shore
Mm-hmm.
from a ship which got I don't know, damaged or stuck on the rocks or something. A ship which is sinking, and it's a older type of ship. It's like I don't know what the timing is there,
Mm-hmm.
but looks like a pirate ship or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, the adrenaline is working. I get to the shore and I get out of the water, and I'm like running into the like inland, like trying to hide or something.
Mm-hmm. Why you're trying to hide?
I think I escaped from this ship.
Mm-hmm.
Like I took the opportunity to escape when the ship crashed on these rocks,
Very
and
good.
the crew went into a panic. And
Shall we go back to before the ship sank and see what happened? 3. Going back now to before the ship started to sink. 2. And 1. Be there. Tell me what's going on.
I'm like a prisoner with other people,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm a prisoner of war.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been taken prisoner, and yeah, like I don't know why I'm alive if
And
I'm
who
the
are
prisoner.
these other people?
They came from we. It seemed like we were on another ship, and they came from this other ship with me. They're also prisoners. We were
Mm-hmm.
taken prisoner.
And who are the people that took you captive?
Mm, I don't know. They're like maybe Portuguese or Spanish. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They're like from that area.
What about you?
Where am I from? What am I? I have blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking Mediterranean Sea, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
What would be your native language? Do you have any idea of what the language is that you grew up with?
I don't know. Italy comes to
Mm-hmm.
mind. No. But I have blonde hair, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have sense.
No, it does.
So yeah, we've been. What? How? How were we caught? We were on a ship, and we are. I don't know if we're merchants or we're not fishermen. No,
Mm-hmm.
we're like there was some stuff, some goods on our ship, and I think we were traveling to the towards Spain. We were traveling towards Spain to bring this. I don't know. It's like fabric and I don't know, some other stuff on on our ship. Yeah, I think we're merchants.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's unclear.
And how old would you say you are approximately?
In like 25, 26, something
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Very good. Tell me something more about yourself now. Do you have a family?
Oh yeah, I'm doing this for my father.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this. Yes, we were taking fabrics And my father is like this. He imports these fabrics. He has like a business of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he sells beautiful fabrics to rich people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the people who captured us, I think they took the fabrics. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
They're like pirates or something. They just
Mm,
steal.
I see. So they would take the fabrics, and do you have any idea why they would take the people on the ship captive? What would be their intention?
They either want to sell us as slaves or they want to negotiate a ransom or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly. I don't know. But they are not. They didn't kill me. I think they knew who we are. We are. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Very good. Do you have an idea what your name is?
Start with J. It's like Jerome or I don't know. Jerome, Jeremiah. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Very good. Let's move ahead now and see how this ship became in trouble. Moving ahead now and see what happens there to that ship.
Yeah, there was a storm and there's nothing they could do. The ship crashed on the rocks
Mm-hmm.
and somehow I escaped and I made it to the shore. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how, but I did. And I'm like, I got out of the water. I'm exhausted, but I'm making it to a hiding spot to hide in some bushes or behind the rocks or something. I can't. I can't wait for anybody. I have to run.
Mm-hmm. So, do you see people around you?
There are people getting to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
They're they're exhausted from this crash, from the swimming,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, they get to the shore, to the beach, and they're just laying there on the ground. But I had to run away
Very
because
good.
I have the feeling that they want to they want me to get a ransom from my father.
Mm-hmm. So, look around in this place. What do you see? Is this some kind of an island, or do you think this is the mainland?
Mm, I think it's mainland. I
Mm-hmm.
think so. It's just these bushes and rocks, and there's nothing here. There's no town. I don't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hiding and trying to find a safe spot where I can rest after this.
Very good. Go ahead and find that safe spot. See what happens next.
I uh, I crawl like in between rocks, kind of like it's not a cave, but it's sheltered. And I fall asleep over there.
Very good. Is it nighttime now already? Do you feel that everybody else is gone?
No, it's like it's a late afternoon, and I'm just exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do anything anymore. I have to rest. I have to rest to be able to find some water and
Mm-hmm.
some food or something because I'm exhausted. Can't do
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Very good. Can you tell me what you're wearing? What you have on your body?
Yeah, like a pants. They're they're up to my calves, and I'm wearing a shirt with like string around my waist,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all. I don't have shoes or anything.
Very good. Allow yourself to get that rest. And tell me what happens next, moving ahead now in time to when you wake up again. Three, two, and one.
I I wake up and I feel horrible. I feel horrible. My head hurts, and I'm parched. I'm really thirsty. I have to. The light is blinding me. I don't know how long I slept, but it's the day again,
Mm-hmm.
and now I have to figure out which way I should go. And I walk around and I find some sticks, which I make like a spear out of that stick. So I go kind of climb down back to the beach, but somehow I don't see the wreckage. I don't see anything. I must be in a different location, and I found a stream, so I drink from the stream, and I have to find some food. I have to use the spear to maybe get a fish or something. Yeah, the water helped, but I need food. I need to eat something. So I catch a snake somehow,
Mm-hmm.
and I eat the snake
Mm-hmm.
raw.
Mm.
I can't make any fire. I don't have anything for a fire, so I skin the snake and I eat the raw meat.
Have you eaten snake before or caught a snake?
Yeah, but never a raw.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
I need strength. I need to. And then next I find some eggs, so a nest with eggs, so I eat
Mm-hmm.
the eggs too. And I feel my strength is coming back. And now it's the evening again, and I'm making myself a shelter for the evening. Tomorrow I will think which way to go. I don't know which way
Mm-hmm.
to go. Sooner or later, I'm sure there's some people around here
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. I don't know. Don't remember seeing anything when we were on the boat.
Very good. So you make a shelter. What would you say the weather is like? Is it nice for you to sleep without any sort of blanket?
Yeah, it's warm. It's
Mm-hmm.
like summertime. It's very hot during the day, and
Mm-hmm.
the night is kind of it's doable. It's it's cold, but not bad.
Very good. Moving along now, moving ahead in time. Tell me what happens next. Going to the next significant scene. Three, two, and one. Tell me what's going on.
I've been I've been walking for days, and I finally encounter like a fisherman settlement, and they take care of me. They help me rest. They patch up my wounds, and
So you're wounded from the ship? From the.
yeah, like I have scratches,
Mm-hmm.
and I have bites of like bugs, and
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm not in a good shape, but I'm still all right. So these people are helping me. I was able to communicate with them.
Mm-hmm. Do you speak their language?
No, but like there's certain words. They speak a little bit of my language,
Mm-hmm.
and they we communicated. I told them about the pirates. I tell them about that I need to go back to like back home somehow. So they tell me that I have two choices. I can take a like I can walk or take a like a mule or a donkey or something like that and travel or land on land, or I can wait for another ship which will be coming by in a week or so.
If you were to take the donkey, would you be able to get back to where you need to be, or do you need to go by boat?
I would eventually get there, but it would take a month, I think, to
Mm-hmm.
get there. And on a boat, it's just a few days.
So would you know how to get there? Do you know where you are and where you come from?
Yeah, yeah, I can tell by the stars at night which way to go, and I'm kind of good with the navigation, and I know that I have to go east and south, close south.
Mm-hmm. So where
I
is this
decide
place?
it's Italy.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go to Italy.
And are you still in Italy now?
No, I mean I'm like on the coast of Spain, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
yes. And I decide to wait for the ship
Mm-hmm.
because I'm too weak to travel. I'm not well yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like sick, but I'm just weak.
Yeah.
That wore me out. So I decide to wait for the ship. So in the meantime, I work. I help. I return the all the help they gave me, the food they give me. I return in a form of working on their
Mm-hmm.
farm. I help them with plowing the ground and planting, and I help with fishing. So yeah, I'm trying to be helpful so they don't because I don't have anything to pay them with.
Mm-hmm.
If I get back home, I'm gonna be able to pay because my father will give me something to pay with, but not right now. I have to work for all of it.
Very good. So tell me, does the ship come in time?
The ship eventually comes. It's late, but it
Mm-hmm.
comes. And the fisherman. introduces me to the captain, and I tell the captain that they will be paid after we get to Italy to my father. So they take me.
What kind of ship is this?
It's another merchant boat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't exactly know what they were transporting. They didn't show me. But they're saying they're merchants, so
Mm-hmm.
it looks like they are. They don't really have like anything which will indicate otherwise. They have some weapons, but that's just normal.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have weapons because the pirates. So
Very, very
we
good.
go back, and my father. We get there, and my father is so happy to see me because he heard about the pirates and that everything was taken. He thought that I was dead. He pays them, and he, he's happy to see me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy to see him. I'm really happy to see him. I'm happy to be back. We are well off. We have a nice home, and yeah, we are well off. And I like to be home. I like to be back.
Very good. Tell me about your home. Take me there and tell me what you see.
We have a lot of beautiful fabrics hanging from the walls, and there are like these animal skins and fabrics on the ground to walk on. And we have like this open courtyard with like a water bath or something like that. That's just that tells you that we are well off, that we are
Mm-hmm.
rich, because people don't have that at their homes. And my mother, my father are there. I'm the only son, and I have a sister who is younger. And my mother is telling me, my father too, that it's time to marry, to find a wife. And I kind of want a wife, but at the same time, I don't want to, because I want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's fair to take a wife and then never see her, and like, give her the type of life where she's by herself. I don't think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I haven't married yet. I don't want to marry, because I go away a lot. So my family is not happy about that, because they're telling me that it's time to have children, and I should have children, and the whole thing with making the family line or something.
Mm-hmm.
My father is starting to get irritated about that. That he tells me, you need a wife, you need the children. Who's gonna inherit all of this?
Mm-hmm.
And I say that my sister can, and he says no, because women don't have they're like a lower uh, caste or something. Like a woman cannot be in charge, he says. So I'm getting ready to go for another trip, but now we're going to just across the Mediterranean to Africa, to the other coast. Going
What will you
there.
do there?
I think we'll be acquiring fabrics there, and
Mm-hmm.
doing some such like doing some kind of exchange,
Mm-hmm.
and we're bringing animal skins to them
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have it. It's kind of it's really hot over there, and they don't have much. Like they don't have forests and things like that. So they don't have certain types of animals we have on this land. They don't have it, so they like all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's hot over there, and you really don't need to dress warm or anything like that. But they like to have that as a. It's a. It indicates your status.
Very good. Let's move ahead now to the next significant scene in that lifetime. 3, moving ahead now. 2 and 1. Tell me what's going on.
I'm in Africa. I think this is like Morocco or something.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about this place.
And it's very busy here. There's a lot of merchants. People are selling vases, fabrics, food, like beads, and all sorts of things. It's beautiful. It's different than where I'm from. The people are different, and they all wear head covering. And I'm here to, yeah, just do more business, bring more stuff for my father's business, and I'm finding also some kind of new spices,
Mm-hmm.
which is very interesting. And I'm gonna bring some of these spices for my family to to experiment with.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is there anyone else with you that is doing this business?
yeah, there's the rest of the crew, and they go also into the market, and they do their own, you know, kind of looking around, exchanging, getting the things they need. And I have a couple people with me when I go and do the exchange. When we get them the animal skins, and they like exchange the other things with us. And tonight we are invited to one of the merchants, like this big guy. He's home, and for a like a supper feast,
Mm-hmm.
and there will be music, and these people do this like they have women dancing, and they have very good food,
Mm-hmm.
different food, and we enjoy ourselves. And the women are looking at me. I can tell that they are interested.
And how do you communicate with these people?
They know some of our language,
Mm-hmm.
And we were being treated really nicely here, and I am being I see that this man, he has slaves, and he has like women slaves for entertainment and stuff like that. So I'm being like given one of these women.
Mm-hmm. So what happens? Do you get to take her with you or what?
I mean, it's not that she's given to me. She's just like with me for the night
Mm-hmm.
to, to
Yes.
comfort me.
So you'll take her with you to where you're
We're
staying?
Yeah, we're staying at this merchant's home. So I'm there with this woman, and I kind of feel strange. I can't really communicate with her, and she's indicating that she's here to give me sex, give me pleasure and stuff. But I just feels weird. I don't know if I want that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Are you new at it, perhaps? Is it something you're not
Yeah,
familiar with? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I've been with a woman before, but it's she wanted to be with me, and
Mm-hmm.
this is weird. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know that I can tell that this woman is doing this because she was told to, and it's not something like I just don't feel comfortable with this. So I kind of tell her that to bring to like I ask her to bring more food and wine and things like that, and we just sit there and drink this wine, and I'm trying to like ease myself into this.
Mm-hmm.
It
Very good.
feels
Tell me what happens
strange.
next.
Well, we'll eventually do it. We'll eventually get together. I needed the alcohol because I felt strange. I needed to like forget about these worries, and it seemed like it helped her too,
Mm-hmm.
and so we enjoyed each other eventually. But
Mm.
yeah, these people, this is the tradition here, and where I'm from, it's a little bit more like the women have more, even though they're not regarded that they can be like the person in charge, but they still being regarded more and have more to say. We also have slaves, but I don't know. This is different.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like this woman is I don't know. She kind of like she doesn't have any other choice, so she's doing
Mm-hmm.
this.
Very good. Tell me what happens next. How this night ends. What happens in the morning?
I wake up in the morning, and she's gone. She's left the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I get up, and there's already they're serving more food. This merchant's the guy I was doing business with. He sees me. He's really happy to see me. He asks about my night, if I had a good night with this woman, and of course I'm saying yes because I don't want her to be punished in some way. And it was a good night. I'm not lying. And he takes me to like this place where it's his room, where he keeps his maps, scrolls of documents, and he's showing me a map He's showing me a map, and he's saying that they're gonna be going for an expedition down the coastline, and he's asking if I'll be interested in joining them. And I am. I'm interested in joining them because this is, I mean, this is an opportunity. This doesn't happen that often. I've been just traveling around the Mediterranean Sea, and the farthest I got was like Portugal. I never went any farther up north, but this man is talking about going south, going
Mm-hmm.
down
And
on around along the coast of Africa.
why does he want you to join him?
Because he knows of my navigational skills.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that I'm a good, like I can read stars during the night, and I think he wants to do some kind of collaboration. He knows that we have good ships, and uh, he's offering men like protection to travel, because we don't. That's what we don't have. We don't have that many people who would be willing to go for trips like that.
Is
So
he also a merchant in fabrics or spices or what exactly?
he we exchanged the fabrics with him,
Mm-hmm.
yes. And he like travels a lot, and he brings different things like gemstones, of course gold and things like that, and spices. He's more like he's as rich as my father, but maybe even more rich.
Mm-hmm.
My father has a really big fame around this area. Everybody knows who he is, and I am given respect not only for my own behavior, but because of my father.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this man is talking about like a really expedition down. So he wants to collaborate, and he wants me to go there too because of the navigational skills. I don't
Very
know,
good.
maybe there's some other agenda, but so far I can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, so far it seems like he is genuine.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what happens. Let's move ahead in time now. 3, moving to the next significant scene. 2, that will give you more clarity on what happened. And 1, be there now.
While we're on the ship, we're doing it. We're doing this expedition. We have 3 ships, and we arrive on the coast of this country. I don't know what's the country called, but there's the people are getting darker and darker skin color. So our skin is kind of like brown. Mine is because I'm blonde. I'm not like I'm just different. I look really white compared to these people, even though my skin is tan. And the people we encounter are very much they're they're black. They're like dark skin, and You know, they're different. They have different outfits. They're kind of, that seem kind of more kind of like primitive, but they're still dealing with fishing. They're fishermen,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just less like we're so advanced compared to them. And of course, this other merchant, he sees this and he says something about that if we don't find anything here, at least we'll find slaves.
Mm-hmm. So did he come here without knowing what he would um, expect to find? But
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
so it's not like he wanted to trade in something specific that he knew of to be existing in this area.
yeah. This is more like exploring
Mm-hmm.
and checking out what can be. Yeah, like what can we get from here? Like
Mm-hmm. So
what
you
is?
didn't expect anything either.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about this. It's kind of desolate. It's not. The villages are really small, and
How do they deal with you suddenly coming to their shores?
they're not looking happy.
Mm-hmm.
They are. You can tell that they're running away.
Mm-hmm.
We can tell that they're, you know, they saw us and they're running away.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they're going to inform their own people that we are arriving, or they're gonna shoot us or what. I don't know. So we arrive to the shore. We get out to the shore and we start to explore. So far, we can't find anybody. Their boats are here. They're more like simple boats, like canoes type of boats. Open. It's like a day boat. You don't travel overnight in this. And yeah, the boats are here. The people are gone. So I don't know where they went. We decide to kind of spend the night there.
And how many of you are there now on this ship?
There's three ships, and each ship has 30 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a decent crew,
Mm-hmm.
pretty big, and we have decided to spend the night along this like this place, but we are not, because we are afraid of attack in the middle of the night. We sleep on our boats.
Mm-hmm.
We don't sleep on the shore. We go back to the boat and we sleep in the boats because I mean, we don't know these people. We don't know who they are, and clearly they are afraid of
Mm-hmm.
us. So that tells me that they must have encountered other people like us before, because
Or
otherwise,
perhaps not.
why would they be running away then? Why would they
Perhaps
not
they
come
have
to?
never seen these big type of boats before.
Yeah, maybe.
So tell me what happens next. Moving ahead now. 3, 2, and 1. And tell me what happens next.
We end up leaving that place and going farther because I don't know where they went, but these people just disappeared. We can't find anybody. So we're back on the boat, and we couldn't even find their settlement. Like, this is strange. Like they went underground or something. I don't know what happened. there's no evidence of fire being made. Like I just said, I never seen this. I don't know. I don't understand how is. We saw at least 10 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and where did they go? But we kind of lose our patience, and we decide to move on, and we go to the next place. It's it's kind of similar, but there is more like vegetation. There's more like I don't know how long we were on the boat another day and a half, so we made like quite a progress down the shore. So now we see this cove and we decide to stop there again. It's a different one. Don't see any people, but this place seems inviting.
Mm-hmm.
So we go, and this place is different. It's like I said, there's more vegetation. There you hear some kind of animals there, and it's just it's a very nice beach. And yeah, we go inland a little bit, and we do encounter another human settlement, and this time it is a settlement.
Mm-hmm.
There are these shacks made of like whatever seems like whatever they got from the woods, and you can tell where they slaughter the animals, where they like where's the water running. They have all sorts of things. They have animals. They have like these cows, but this is totally different than the other one. These people seem a little bit more. They're also dark skin. They have like these decorative outfits. They make themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They use. You can tell that they use decorations. They use shells and little rocks, and they like to be dressed up, I guess, in their own way. So we come and we kind of try to communicate with these people. We show them our fabrics. We show them our some of the gemstones and stuff, and you can tell that they're interested in it, and they want to exchange. So we get some food from them, like a different meat than just fish.
How did they react to you when you first met them? When they first saw you?
These were more they were more communicative and more we were like using kind of like a sign language with these people, but somehow we were able to communicate, and it seemed like they seen people like us before.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're not running.
Very good. Tell me what happens next as you're showing your things, your goods.
We have a good exchange with them, but again, we don't stay on the shore for the night because we are not trusting them.
Mm-hmm.
We like just we don't want to be jeopardized in this way. So we go back to our boats. We spend the night on the boats, and the next morning we need to figure out what are we doing here. Like,
Yeah.
are we are we gonna be taking these people as slaves? Are we gonna be just exchanging with them? What? So we have like this meeting, me and that rich merchant. He's with us, and his right hand guy who's in charge of the third boat. We're discussing, and we decide that we should just let them be at this time. And if we want to like get slaves or something, we need to be prepared, like in another way, like better prepared to actually take these slaves with us and stuff like that. And
Did,
we are, we can enslave them, but
did you know that this would be an option when you set out on this expedition?
yes, and I'm just not into it. Like I'm not interested. I'm the one who is telling them we already have slaves. We don't need them, and that's gonna be just additional weight, like a weight on the boat. Like the ship can take only so many people,
Hmm.
and these people. It's not so easy to transport a slave. You cannot transport a slave and let it totally like get sick or something, because then you can't get money for these people. You have to bring them back to health. This is not you have to be prepared. When you come
Hmm.
for slaves, you have to bring a different ship. Our expedition is more like a exploring, finding what's there, and seeing new things.
Do you have any
Just,
goods with you that,
yeah, we have the
yeah,
fabrics, and we have the like some of the gemstones we find in our lands, and
but does it seem so far that you've encountered anyone that has goods that you could trade with?
yeah, these people we just left. We traded some fabrics for uh, like these. They have these beautiful big shells,
Hmm.
and they have. They also gave us some meat, and what else they gave us? Uh, I don't know. They gave us something else, but I just don't remember right now. We also took some of their. They have like these holidays, and they do dances, and they dance in these masks, and we took some of that just as a, they gave it to us, but that was kind of precious to them, so we had
Hmm.
to exchange the fabrics, and it's like exploring. We're finding what's out there.
Hmm.
They had some different animal skins too, which we didn't have in our. So we got some of that too. Like just things we can later sell or exchange for something else. And after this, like they were having this agreement. They want to go back and get bigger boats and take some slaves and things like that. And I want to continue. So here we are disagreeing
Hmm.
about all of this.
Is there anyone that takes your stand of all these people on the three ships?
Oh, it's kind of now. It's like my ship against those two other ships.
Mm-hmm.
So we split up. They
Mm-hmm.
go back, and I continue the journey along the shores,
Mm-hmm.
down south.
Very good. Tell me what happens next as you go south. Moving on to the next significant scene.
We travel, I think, another 2 days or something, and we get to a place where with beautiful coast and really lush, like forests or something behind the coast. Like it's not as dry here. It's more moisture, and they have this kind of like a jungle, like forests, and it's hot and humid. And there are different bugs in the air. There's different like these bugs, they bite us and stuff. And we get there, and we encounter another settlement of people. These people are less. Their their outfit is only around their hips, even for the women.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hot here, and they just have like a little tunic, you would say, around their hips, and these people are different. So it's a shock for our people to see this,
Mm-hmm.
them like naked like that. It's
What
kind
about
of
them when they see you? Have they seen people like you before?
uh, seem like not really, because they're hiding from us, and they're kind of spooked by the fact that they're seeing us. So I try to peacefully make a contact with them, and we're able to establish low contact. Oh, now I kind of regret that we should have taken one of those other black people and have it as a translator or something. And now that I just had this thought that I should find somebody from these people who would want to travel with me and want to be like a translating person or something like that. But I don't find anybody.
Mm-hmm.
We can't communicate. So I decide to like, after this encounter, it's the same thing. These people are skittish. They're afraid of us. They don't really want to have much to do with us. But we bring some fabrics to the shore. We bring some things like the gemstones, like some beads, a little bit of stuff, and we place it so they know that we're like giving them this. And they still don't come out. They still kind of like hiding. They come out at night and they take all that stuff. And then the next day, in the same spot where we left that fabric and stuff for them, there are like these woven baskets with goods for us. And there is fruit, there's dry fish, and some kind of roots. I don't know what to do with this. But we take it, and I decide to leave them be, and I decide to go back to Morocco, back up north, and find out find somebody who knows this language, find somebody who's going to be able to help to communicate with these people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to cause fear in them. I don't want to. I want them to have a good memory about us. So I give them like all this stuff, and we eventually leave because I need a translator. I can't. This is becoming kind of weird. I would like to know more about their countries, their systems, their what they're doing there, and how long they've been there, and if they've seen any other white people. I'd like to know.
Is there any specific place that you know of that you would like to go and know what you are supposed to find there, apart from these places that you really don't, you still need to explore?
Well, that's the thing. I don't,
Mm-hmm.
because the map is not complete,
Mm.
and I kind of have this dream to make maps.
Mm-hmm.
So I I just want to learn all these things. I want to see the land. I'm not interested in getting slaves and who knows what. I'm just not this type of person, and I know that my father is disappointed about that, but I want to live my life the way I want to. And we get back, and I go to a monastery, and I speak to the monks over there because they know languages, they know things. But nobody knows about anybody who would know the language of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in Italy right now. So I decide to gather a crew again and go back down to Egypt and then go along the Mediterranean shore towards Morocco, towards there, and then maybe I will find somebody there who speaks their language. Because nobody on our side, nobody does it.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Moving ahead now in time. Moving ahead to the next significant scene. 3, 2, and 1. Tell me what's happening.
I know it's a storm, and we're on the boat, and it's really rough. I don't know, people are being tossed uh, back and forth on the boat, and then we all have to like tie ourselves with ropes so the sea doesn't take us.
Is it day or night?
It's night.
Mm-hmm.
It's night. It's cold. So everybody's praying to make it.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's a rough storm. It's really rough. I don't know.
What goes on through your mind?
I'm thinking that if we're gonna survive this, and is this some kind of punishment from God or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Because some people die. I lose. That's why we tie ourselves with ropes, because we people got swept out of the boat, and once they get swept, there's nothing you can do. So I lost some of the crew members. I think I lost like 5 or 6 people, and the storm finally calms down. but the damage is done, and now we have to make it to the shore to recover and make repairs to the boat and stuff. And we get to the shore, and it's a small town. There's still white people there, and we get there, and that's where we park the boat, and we have to fix up the damage, and we have to get some more food. And I go around and I look if there's any people we could get for the crew. So we need more people.
Mm-hmm. Where are you
So
now?
I'm like at the last, like a kind of like a last port town of Morocco. There, these people. Yeah, I actually find somebody who speaks a little bit of the natives language. So that's if not the storm, we would never stop here.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the storm, I had to stop here, and I found what I was looking for. I
You
found,
mean the language that the people deeper south speak?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I asked this man if he wants to come with, and he does.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting for me. I lost 6 people, but I gained one
Mm-hmm.
important one. So that's good. That's really good. And I spent a lot of time with this man, talking and learning about the lands. He tells me that he was there as a young boy. He was on one of the ships, and
Mm-hmm.
he actually stayed with the natives for some time because of, I don't know, some kind of problems. And that's why he knows the language.
Mm-hmm. What else does he know about these people that is interesting for you?
He knows uh, these traditions these people have, and he explains to me how they uh, worship like the moon and the sun. Like they have different perspective of all of this. We believe in God, and we're Christians, and we believe that any other religion is the wrong religion. But it seems like these people are doing pretty good with their belief.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Let's move ahead now in time and see where you end up on that boat. 3. Moving ahead now. 2 and 1. And tell me where you stop next.
We kind of go back to that place where the people were friendly,
Mm-hmm.
and thanks to the translation, we're able to communicate. And it seemed like this tribe has a conflict with another tribe,
Mm-hmm.
and they're asking if we would be willing to help them. But I tell them that I'm a merchant. I'm not a warrior, and I do not. I this is not uh, my people didn't come here to fight. So I don't know what to tell them.
What is the conflict about?
I think territory,
Mm-hmm.
land. Yeah. So I'm trying to explain to him that we're not violent and this and that, and he is. I don't know. He just doesn't believe me.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any ammunition on the ship? that would indicate that perhaps you're able to fight?
I mean, we do have weapons, but we didn't show them to these people.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next?
Mm. I think I explore more, and we go into the jungle more, and we hunt these big cats, and we take the skins with us. It's beautiful coats,
Mm-hmm.
and we try. I work on learning more about these people, and I kind of start to learn their language. We stay there a few weeks or something, and we establish rapport with them, and I'm learning a lot.
And how long do you stay?
I think about 2 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. And I go to the I, I after acquiring all these skins and all this kind of like a treasure, like beautiful feathers and all sorts of like from the jungle mainly. We are we decide to go back to the to Italy because I just have a feeling that it's just something is off, and I want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
So I arrive, and my father is sick. My father fell ill, and he uh, he fell and broke his I think his hip and stuff. And I don't know, he can't move or anything. I don't know if he's gonna recover from this. He's in his 60s. I don't know if he's gonna recover.
How old are you now?
I'm like 32 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's very happy to see me.
Mm-hmm.
I spent hours sitting with him and telling him about the travel. And one day I come in the morning, and he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
He died. My mother is in grief. She's really devastated by this. It makes me sad
Mm-hmm.
seeing her like this. And now I'm starting to feel the need of having my own family. So we bury my father. We bury him, and it's like something happened to me. Now I want a family.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, that's what I want. That's what I'm focused on. And now I'm starting to look around. Who and where should I go to find my wife and things like that. I don't know. Maybe my father had something to do with this. He was always emphasizing that I need family,
Mm-hmm.
and here I am thinking about it and going into a panic that I will never find a woman to be my wife.
Let's see how that goes. Let's move ahead in time and see if you find anyone. Three, two, one.
Yeah, a year passes and I do find a woman. It's I see her on the market. I see this woman on the market, and then I acquire about her who she is and all of this, where she's from. And turns out that she's a daughter of another merchant. So that gives me a plus,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like combining two empires. Because we are rich by now. We're very
Mm-hmm.
rich. We're very well off, and these people are also well off, but they're not as rich as we are. So, yeah, I get the permission of her father to marry me, and we marry, and we have. She gets pregnant really quickly, and I'm happy about it because I like. I realize that I'm getting kind of old, and I need family. I need somebody to be there for me and with me and inherit all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So my mother is still alive. She was very happy about my choice. And um, down the road, I see that I have two sons, and for that period of time, I stopped traveling. I'm just taking care of the family and the business.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss traveling. I miss
Mm-hmm.
it. Now the kids are like 5 years old. They're twins,
Mm-hmm.
and we were trying to have more children, but somehow we don't.
Are they identical twins?
Yeah, they look very similar.
Mm-hmm.
They're 5 now, and I talk to my wife and I tell her that I'm ready and I want to go for another trip. And I can tell she's not happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually very angry about it. But I'm saying to her, like, this is who I am. I will be going for trips, and nobody will stop me. I need this. And once the boys grow up, I will take them with me.
Mm-hmm.
So she isn't happy about that. She says I married a merchant, not a explorer.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, she doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
She never experienced this. So, yeah.
So where do you decide to go?
I go again to the south, to these primitive lands. I don't know, something is pulling me towards there. And this time we travel, and I'm gone for a year. It's not a short trip, it's a long trip. And we get even farther, and we get to this like these volcanic islands, and we find more. Well, we travel, and I'm working on these maps. I'm making like maps of where we go. So it's a lot of work. I'm busy a lot, and
What do you use to make these maps? What type of ink or paper equipment?
I have paper now, like a kind of thick paper, like a papyrus type of paper. This is more durable, and they roll, like
Mm-hmm.
they roll on these rolls type of things, and yeah, I'm loving this work. I love this work. and it's time to go back home. And I don't. On one side, I really want to. On the other side, I kind of
How many ships did you take on this
three.
trip? Hmm. And where did you find the people? Did you take some of the people that you worked with before?
Yes, and some new people. A lot of younger men who are eager to travel and are very. They don't have families yet, so
Hmm.
they want to be out on the sea, and they don't mind the hardship of living on the boat. And yeah, the crew is a solid crew. Now it's like when we come back to the port, and I before everybody leaves, I have like this group gathering, and I tell all my people that maybe even in 4 months we'll be sailing out again. So to be ready and not to, you know, get too spoiled with the living on the land. So yeah, we I come back home, and my family is happy to see me. The kids grew, and they're really fun to be around. I'm teaching them all sorts of things, and they're really into it. Can't wait till they grow up, and I can take them with me
Hmm.
for all these trips.
Let's move ahead and see if that happens. See if you get to take them with you. Moving ahead in time now to when your kids are grown up. Three, two, and one. Be there now.
Oh yeah, they're like 15, 16 now. They're getting there. They're almost men, and
How
this
does your
time
wife feel about them going with you?
she's not happy about that. But I explained to her that if I don't make sure that they see world and learn all these things I know, they're not gonna succeed in life. They're gonna be just, some like scared of everything, because a woman is not able to give a young boy that those lessons, not my wife. So she has company, she has other women around her, and I explained to her it's important. It's important to me. It's important to them, and she says that she understands, but I can tell that she isn't happy with that, and she just keeps repeating, "Just bring my boys back home."
Hmm.
So that irritates me too. But what can I do? I'm happy to leave. I like to be on the boat and explore new things, and we go even farther this time, all the way to the bottom of Africa, to the continent, and we like go up. Then we go up. We encounter some islands, and there's more people there. I see some white people living here too, and
Are you on
I
the East
just
Coast by now?
yes,
Hmm.
yes, and I'm working on the map. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and we go and explore in inland, but not too far. And I explained to my men that this is a expedition of learning about the land. This isn't to like kill and pillage or anything like that. This isn't that. If they want to be doing that, they need to go and join the pirates or somebody like that.
What about trade? Is that still something that you're...
We still continue that.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the main thing. That's why we're not being killed by these native people. We bring goods. We bring spices. We bring goods of the fabrics. We bring. Now we got smarter, and we instead of giving them the whole fabric, we give them just like pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
So and they give us usually food, clean water, and some other things. And we discover these big beaches where there's a lot of salt on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we start to harvest that salt too. Salt is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So we are happy that we encountered this, because this is something we'll be able to sell. Salt is very expensive and very important to preserve food. And so this is, yeah, this is, I'm very happy. I'm living my life. I'm teaching my boys the sailing, how to read stars, how to be a man, how to be strong at the sea. And I'm mapping the maps. It's great life. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Is there any place that stands out that you've visited so far?
Yeah, there's this big island of the East Coast. It's huge, and it's has beautiful beaches, and it has like this jungle type of environment in it. It's very beautiful, and I really like this island. But I know that my job is to see all of this. And
Do you map this island also?
yeah, we this takes a lot of time. You have to like take your boat around the whole land, and if there is a possibility, we go on the shore, of course, to explore. I don't see any other people here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and the water is so nice and warm and clear. You can see through. And there's it's a lot of different type of fish here too. I have sharks, and never seen that many sharks. And, yeah, it's a great expedition. Amazing. So now, after mapping out this island, we go back up along the shore. We still continue that, and we get to again more desert-like environment. And then we finally get all the way up north. And I know that if we come on shore and we travel on land, we're gonna get to Egypt. So it seems like we made the loop, like but we're gonna have to either sail back all that way because there's no passage there, or continue along the lands and see what's next. But I don't know. I have to debate with my crew and see if they are willing, what how they feeling, and how is that gonna work for everybody, because people are homesick by now. And
Mm-hmm. Do you have a plan on how you would do things if you decided to go on land? How would you get back home? What would you do with the ships that you leave behind?
That's what I mean. We are not gonna leave the ships, so we
Mm-hmm.
have to go all the way around the continent
Mm-hmm.
the same way we came, or cross on land, but then or leave our ships,
Mm-hmm.
and we can't do that because somebody might take them. So I gather my crew and I make a decision to do like an experiment and send 5 people, maybe 10 of them, if I will find that many volunteers on the land to see if they're gonna be able to get to Egypt that way, and the rest have to go back on the ships. And we do that. We have to acquire mules for the crew on the land. So we there's this place has a lot of people looking like us, and they speak different language than ours, but I find one of my men speaks this language. So we communicate. We get the mules, all the stuff, and I send these guys on the land, and I tell them to once they get to Egypt to wait for us in this location where we always meet, this in the port, near port, and we'll see. I don't know if they're gonna wait. It's gonna take us some time to come back, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. I sent those people who didn't want to be on the boat anymore. So that's that.
Very good. Let's move ahead now in time and see what you decided to do and what has transpired so far. Moving ahead now to the next significant scene. 3, 2, and 1.
We're still on the boat, and but we are kind of like on the way up on the west side of this continent, and somehow I don't know, like it's um, it's raining a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of storms, a lot of rain, and we get stranded on the land, and half of the crew gets sick,
Mm-hmm.
and I get sick too.
Did you get sick from any type of particular illness, or is it just from the storm, some type of cold?
It's uh, it's like it's a high fever with a lot of losing fluids, a lot of diarrhea, and I think it's from the bugs.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've been bitten by the bugs here, and a lot of people is having this fever, and a lot of people are not making; they're dying. And I have this fever too.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it might be malaria, or is it something else?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing about that.
Is everybody sick, or are there still people
No,
able to help you
yeah,
nurse the ill ones? Okay.
there's still people, but we have a dilemma. We're afraid to take the people who are sick on the boat, so we don't bring that sickness with us.
Mm-hmm.
And I gather the people who are still okay, and my sons are still okay, and I tell them that I'm gonna have to stay here because I'm really sick and I don't wanna cause illness to others. And I instruct them to go back
Mm-hmm.
without me.
So where you stay now on land, are there people that are living there?
Yeah,
Indigenous people? Mm-hmm.
yeah, and they're like they help us. They try to help us take care of us. But people are dying. My
Mm-hmm.
men are dying, and no matter what these people do, I don't know what it is, but they're not making.
What
And
about
I'm
you?
afraid. I'm
Do you feel
afraid
that
that
you stand a chance, or is it something that everybody seems to die of?
yeah, I'm afraid that I might not make it, and I'm frantically analyzing my actions. If I taught my sons enough, if they're gonna be able to continue my work with the maps, I don't know. But I'm like it's not good. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very weak, and I have blood coming out of me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot of pain and the fever. It's really hard.
Let's see what happens. Moving ahead in time just a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. How are you doing now?
I'm I'm not good. I'm just laying in this shock thing. I'm shaking. I'm like delirious. I don't know. I'm kind of going in and out of it. Being in the body and then seeing the body.
Are your sons
Just,
still with you, or have they left?
now everybody left. Good.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to leave. Didn't want them to get this disease.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like I have things coming out of my body like uncontrollably. Uh, I'm I'm barely alive. I don't think I'm gonna make it. And the natives come and give me water, but I can't eat anything anymore. I'm really extremely. What a waste. So sad. I wanted to do so much. I think it's over. I
How do you
think I'm
feel about
gonna.
your life so far?
I had a great life. I was too short. I wanted to do more.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to do more. I wanted to see my sons having their own families. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Very good. Allow your soul to leave that body now, taking your last breath. And tell me, what do you experience?
I see myself from above. I'm kind of hovering above myself, and the first thing which comes to mind is relief. This relief of not feeling that pain and the heaviness of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just looking at myself, and I'm thinking, is this it? Is this over?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little confused still because I'm
Is
just there.
is there anything that you expected to happen before dying?
I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect this.
Mm-hmm.
So the moment I think about leaving this hut, this shack I'm in, my body is in, I like it happens really quick. I'm like out of it really quick, and I somehow I travel, and all of a sudden I'm in Italy,
Mm-hmm.
back home, and I see my sons and my wife, and they're talking about me. They're talking about organizing a trip and getting me back, but it's too late. I'm trying to tell them, but nobody seems to notice me or nobody listens. I can't communicate with them, and they're just they're gonna go and pick me up, but I mean, there's nothing to pick up anymore.
Mm-hmm. Do they all go now on that trip?
No, my sons, my wife is not in a shape of.
Mm-hmm.
She never been on a boat like that, so she would not be dealing, be good at it. She would get sick really quick.
So what happens to you? Do you go with them on this trip, or do you move on?
I like, I spent some time frantically trying to stop them from going there, but I finally give up. I have to figure out some different way of communicating. This, I've been trying to like, create obstacles on their path, but they just don't understand. They're just going anyway. So I don't know. I'm determined. I don't want to leave before I let them know that I'm dead. I try to find somebody who would be able to communicate with me, and I do. This old man, I do. He can see me somehow.
Mm-hmm. Is it someone you know?
Yes, I know him. He's been part of the crew in the past, and he's older now, so he doesn't go on the travels anymore. And but I spoke to him before on the ship, and I know him. He worked for me before. So I communicate to him that he needs to go and tell my family that I'm dead, and that's nothing. There's no need for them to go back there. I don't want them to get sick. And he goes to tell them
Mm-hmm. Tell them what?
that I'm dead,
Does
and they
he
don't
tell
wanna.
them that he saw your ghost?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't believe him.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like the fact that they like question everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know how to communicate. This man saw me and we talked,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't see me and I can't communicate with them.
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling them that he can perceive me and that I'm there. And but there's my wife is kind of believing it, but
Mm-hmm.
not my sons, and that's who I'm trying to stop, trying to stop my sons from going there and getting hurt.
So what happens next?
I'm there with them in the room, watching how they talk to this old man. And I get frustrated and frustrated, and all of a sudden, I start to feel this pulling sensation, and like a light opens above me, and I'm just being sucked into this light, and there's nothing I can do anymore. I'm just being sucked into this light, and the moment this happens, I forget about my sons and what I was doing. I'm just going with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very intense. It's like this, you can't stop this. This is pulling you in and you can't do anything. So I'm being pulled in this vortex of light. And I see my father and my mother. They came to say hello. They came to greet me. And they're smiling, telling me that I did good job. I'm very happy to see them.
Wonderful. What else are they telling you?
They're not really saying much. It's like
Mm-hmm.
energetic. We like go over memories,
Mm-hmm.
exchange memories. It's more like, oh, remember when we did this, or remember when that happened. It's a joyful reunion.
And what are some of the memories that stand out? What are some of the memories that you need to be reminded of today?
I'm seeing like memories of having a good time with the family. My father teaching me things, riding first time on a horse. Like I'm just seeing these pleasant memories I had with him and my mom. My father took good care of me.
Mm-hmm.
He was a really good father, smart, wise person. Yeah, it's a good reunion and it's a lot of laughter and very good atmosphere.
Wonderful. Is there anyone else there? A guide, perhaps? Someone that can help shed light on the life that you've just left behind?
When you said that, I had this like a flashback or something, and it was the life of an explorer, and it was like about enjoying the curiosity of doing it and stuff, having the family, understanding the importance of the family. It was a good life. It was a good life, very good life.
Mm-hmm. Have you achieved everything that you set out to achieve? Have you learned your lessons in that
Pretty,
lifetime?
pretty much. I wish I could finish my maps, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently that's gonna be continued by somebody else. Maybe my sons. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
See. But yeah, it was like uh, I was like I was an explorer, and now somebody else has to follow my footsteps and finish the work and see more and explore more.
Mhm. So
Yeah,
in a way, you paved the path for that
yes,
project to be continued by someone else. Wonderful.
yeah. For this specific
Hmm.
project, there have been others who travel across on the land and the sea, but I'm now one of them.
Hmm.
I'm really happy that I had the
Amazing.
opportunity to see all these places, these exotic places with these strange people and their strange rituals. This is people who never traveled, they don't understand how amazing that is, how it expands your way of thinking. It's amazing to travel.